Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for checking out this video. My name's Adam. Like you, I'm a busy parent. I have a job. I run a little business on the side. I have a wife, the kids, the dogs, all that stuff. Super busy, just like you. So what I want to do today is tell you about 5 ways of how you can increase your productivity, which hopefully that gives you more time to spend with your kids. You still get your job done, and you're doing good in all these different aspects of your life, which I know is very challenging, but let's see if we can implement these into your life and get you going. So this is one of the strategies or techniques that I use not only for work, but also with my family life. And this is prioritize your tasks. So if everything's important, then nothing's important, right? So everything's trying to jockey for that top position. And at the end of the day, nothing truly gets done. Everything kind of gets crapped on, right? So you have to prioritize these things. When it comes to work, I'm going to leave that up to you in the way that you want to prioritize your day. I know for me, what I like to do when it comes to prioritizing my day with work is typically the thing that's going to move the needle the most is the thing I want to knock out usually the first second I start working, right? I'm most productive, I know myself personally, in the morning. I also don't want that looming over my head of, oh my gosh, I have this huge task, I need to hurry up and get it done. And it's just dragging me down, and then you wait until the last minute, it's 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever, and you try and knock that out. What I like to do is start off with the hardest things, which typically are the things that are going to move the needle the most, bring in the most money, close the biggest deals. When it comes to kids, especially on the weekends, do the hardest thing first thing in the morning, knocking out chores or doing whatever you guys do that you find to be the most challenging. I find to get it done first. Everything else after that is easy. So you can look at this 2 ways: urgency and importance. And a lot of times urgency and importance kind of go hand to hand. At least that's how it is with my kids and my family. So a big thing that helps me not only during my workday but also with the family is time management. It's a huge part of our life, right? Kind of live and die by your calendar, your watch, your phone, whatever it is, right? So for me, what I like to do is put everything on my calendar. My wife and I also have a personal calendar that we share things on. So we both are on the same page when it comes to doctor and dentist appointments. She has to stay late for work if I have to, fly out on business or vice versa, however that looks. But for me, it's really, if it's not on the calendar, it almost doesn't exist. I really emphasize if it's important to you, put it on the calendar. And that includes the kids' football game on Sundays or, ballet, whatever you guys are into, put it on the calendar and make sure you can share that. All right, so make sure you're doing time management. It really helps out, not only with you, but for the rest of the family. Also, it helps out with your job, right? I look at things this way. If it helps out with my job, if it's a strategy, a technique that I use, it translates into some kind of strategy or technique that I can utilize with my family. So with time management, I like to time block things as well. So if it's on my calendar and it's for 30 minutes and say it's a phone call or whatever that looks like, that's it. It's 30 minutes. Unless it's extremely important and maybe it runs over a little bit, but be mindful of these things. Also be mindful of letting yourself have breaks, right? So go at it for your 30 to 45 to 60 minutes. Give yourself a 10, 15-minute break. I look at these periods as a way for me to get kind of creative. I walk the dogs or I walk around the block. If I'm working from home for a little bit, talk to my wife. In between her phone calls, she runs her company from the house. So, try and take these breaks, because what I found sometimes is taking a step away from whatever that activity is or what I was doing. It gives me a little bit of freedom for my mind to get creative and maybe ponder on maybe that topic or go elsewhere and, chill out for a little bit. But take breaks. You need it. You're not a robot. So the next way to be more productive is to delegate. Whether it's at work or at home, I'm sure there's things that are on your list that somebody else in your household or in your company should or could be doing for you, right? So maybe you have to pay somebody to do that. Maybe you have to do something else for that person, or you're the one who delegates at work. You're the boss, or you're the boss of a couple people. Look at the things that are truly moving the needle. It's just like at home. Sweeping or vacuuming. My kids are 12 and 8. They can do that stuff. right? There's other things that I should be doing that are on my list of tasks to get done that day that, sweeping and doing stuff like that, some of those chores might land on the number 10, 11 spot. I should be focusing on number 1, 2, and 3 on those tasks to get that stuff implemented, to get those things completed, right? So utilize the kids when you can. Ask your loved one to help out if you have somebody. I think all too often, a lot of times we want to take on everything. And if you're like me, trying not to, but I'll make a list of 20 different things, especially on the weekend when I'm home, with the family. It'll be 20 different things like walk the dog, cut the grass, little crap that I know I can knock out real easy, but I still put it on my list because that little hit of dopamine, that little happiness of checking something off my list is, I completed something. It makes me happy. If you're like me, go ahead and make the list. If you're like me, go ahead and make the list, but making this video and looking at the 5 things, it's really helped me, and it's something I struggle with and I still work on, but it helps me to look at this and say, do I need to write that on my task list? Is that something that should even be on my list? So again, we're all work in progress, right? So, take this video, start implementing it where you can. Don't beat yourself up if you're not 100% at it, but just keep on working on it. Every single day, see a little progress, you'll get there. All right, this next one, use technology where you can. For us, I remember when we bought a Roomba because that helped out after we would do a deep clean. The Roomba, you still needed to turn that thing on so it could kind of, do a maintenance type cleaning for you. That's one form of technology. We also use our phones, our calendars, I use my alarm a lot as far as keeping me on track to let me know, hey, this task has 10 minutes left, hurry up, right? So productivity apps, different things like that have helped us out. Also the piece about automation, and I use AI all the time now. So like if I need help writing out, say, an email. My daughter asked me the other day about the Great Depression. She has a test coming up. I don't know jack about the Great Depression at this point. I'm 39 years old. What the hell do I know about the Great Depression? So I go on ChatGPT, type in, tell me about the Great Depression, boom, 10, 15 things on the Great Depression. We sit down and we discuss it. So that's a good way of using technology to your advantage. So those are just a couple things technology-wise that have helped us out. And one of the things I want to do is to dive deeper into technology that really helps out families. I mean, there's not a robot yet that can come and clean my house, cut my grass, put the dishes away, fold the clothes, the millions of things that you have, and you're like, why the hell am I doing this? Because I'm just going to do it again 3 hours from now. I'll be working on that in these videos. And the last tip, take care of yourself. You got a lot on your plate. You're a parent, you're working, whatever it is you're doing, you're busy, probably a little bit stressed, and it can get overwhelming at times. So I think this one's probably the most important, because if you're not taking care of yourself, how can you expect you to go and take care of everybody else, right? So priority 1 should be take care of yourself. After you take care of yourself, then you can start helping everybody else out, right? Because if you're not at 100% capability, your efficiency rate drops down drastically. When you're sick, then you're gonna get the kids sick, you're gonna get your spouse sick, you're cranky, all that stuff. So here's a couple things that I do to take care of myself, and I think maybe it could help you out. Take a break, go for a walk. Sometimes I just need no headphones, no phone on me, nothing, no dogs. I just go for a walk around my block. Usually once is enough for me. Take a deep breath, hear the birds. I'm not, connected to the matrix and just, the stress and everything that's going on, right? Disconnect for a little bit. It'll help you out. Second thing, I like to meditate. I'm not good at it by any means, but if I get 3 minutes of quiet, this is when I put in my AirPods and I just hop on YouTube. I look for a meditation, 5 minutes. I try and chill my mind out and, just calm myself down. The thing that I've always found that has helped me throughout my whole life is exercise. I know that if I'm not healthy, if I'm not being a good role model for my children to see, hey, I go and exercise, I, try and eat the right foods and live a certain way that I believe is healthy, and that I want to pass on to my kids. And then the last thing that I think that really has helped me take care of myself is exercising, whatever form that might be for you, is just moving the body, exercising, challenging yourself, I think is a great way of doing this. So those three things have helped me. Hopefully it can help you if you're not doing it, if you're doing it already. And there's some other things, right, that you can do. You don't have to meditate or go to a gym and get sweaty and crazy and stuff like that. Go for that walk, read a book, take a bath. There's a million things that you can do. Just find what resonates with you, kind of let you reset, regroup, get your energy back, come back to the family, come back to the job with a positive attitude and go and attack the day. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching this video. Those are my 5 tips. Hopefully it helps you out. If you like stuff like this, keep on watching. I hope that I can help you. So hey, look, if you like these videos, please hit that like button, subscribe as well. I'll be working hard to try and come out with good quality content.